hopefully this video will attach itself to the first part. If it doesn't, I'll just make it in 2 parts. But I hope some of my plants will survive outside because they're just spider plants. Like I was saying earlier, without having access to money, I can't like go out and buy, a couple plants, potted plants to put on the side of my house, like on beside the door or anything like most people do. Big crack in the window over here. All of the cabinets in my house have the cabinets have fallen off, and what I do to make it look nice so people, if they come over, won't notice or won't think it looks ugly is I put little pieces of cloth to cover what's in the cabinets. I do all of the work in this house, including, cleaning toilets, scrubbing the bathtub and everything, even though I have degenerative disease and I suffer with chronic horrible pain every day, which gets thrown in my face that I'm always in bed. He is his thing that he likes to say, because I can't sit in wooden chairs. It hurts my back, and I need to be kind of propped up with pillows when I sit down. This is the worst part of the house that I've never shown you probably, is his office. Okay? And I can't really clean any of this because it's all his stuff for work. And there's really nothing I can do about it. This was my kitchen. This was the kitchen table, and this is what it's become. And this whole side of the house has kind of just become his junk office. And I've done my best to try to put little decorations up and make it look kind of nice and family oriented, because it is part of the kitchen. But the sad thing is that we had these beautiful skylights up here, and rather than fix it nice, he just kind of had somebody come in and cover it all up, which is really sad. This house was so beautiful when we first moved in. It was just awesome. I wanted to live here forever. And all this stuff here are appliances that he bought, I think 3 or 4 years ago. Finally, some of them have gotten in. But until this year, there was a washing machine, a dryer, this stove, and a dishwasher. And I had to do all the dishes by hand for 6 children, 2 adults, plus if we ever had company over or whatever. And the disposal has been broken for years, so I have to stick my hands in and pull out the disgusting stuff by hand. And I've done this for years and years and years. It's just what I've gotten used to living like. All this junk here that you see is because he's become so involved in the fundamental church life that every single day except Mondays and sometimes Tuesday, he's at church and involved in all these ministries. And he cooks, so he has all these cases of stuff for homeless ministries and things like that the people at the church use to cook. And he thinks that is kind of like an excuse. But I believe that if you're using church and using church activities to neglect your family and to ignore the problems that are in your home and make yourself feel better, all the doing stuff for other people, if you're doing it for the wrong reason, I don't think it's right. And I used to be involved in that, and I worked the nursery, and I worked the homeless ministry, and I worked women's groups, and I hosted ladies' meetings here up until 3 or 4 years ago, after I delivered the 2 babies that died. And my aunt died the same year that I had, right after I had the second baby die. My aunt died, and then my grandmother. My husband did not come to the funerals. In fact, on the day of my aunt's funeral, he had a party here, and he had a yard sale in our front yard. Now the cemetery is right there. I'm pointing at the entrance to the cemetery. So when I drove by with my family in the funeral procession, everybody pointed over and said, "Isn't that your house?" With a big yard sale in front of my